game being played each day.
Life is a ball game. Everybody can play. Yes.
What is up, everybody? Thank you for joining us for the Talkin Yanks pregame show. It is May 4th. May the 4th be good to you. I hope everyone has a really good day. We got reinforcements, Jake. They have made their way back. The lineup is looking better and better. And let's just get straight into that. We are 1 up on the Twins already. We got DJ LeMahieu batting leadoff at second base. Voit playing first base. Gary Sanchez DHing, hitting third. Andujar, cleanup spot, and playing third base. Glaber at short. Gardner, 5-hole Gardner, center field. Maben in right field. Romine batting 8th. Tauchman batting 9th. And Happer is on the mound. What's our lefty-righty split like there, Jake? We got
we have the two lefties. Gardy, Tauchman. Gardy's 6-hole.
Oh, 6-hole. So it's a righty stack to open up the game.
Yeah, against Odorizzi, who is a righty, but these are the dudes. I think the biggest thing of note was Gary is getting the DH spot today. The Yankees do believe in hot this year. They've shown that, and only because it's sports. So that's good news. We're excited for that. A couple of the Urshela people were showing their heads, and it's well. I mean, would you rather play the guy who hit 2 home runs yesterday at DH along with your former Rookie of the Year, or play the guy that's had a good week and a half with your former Rookie of the Year? So I think they made the right move here. Take the day off, Gio. Gary will go behind the dish tomorrow, probably slide Andujar to DH, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like Gary wasn't catching today. It's a day game after a night game. I was ready for Gardner not to be playing and Gary not to be playing because day game after night game, but I'm happy to see Gardner in there. I'm happy to see Gary at DH. And like you just said, with Gary at DH, Andujar has to play third now, which means Urshela is the odd man out. But if you want Urshela in there, then the only way to do it is to not have Gary play at all. And I can't believe anyone would be on that side after what he did yesterday. 3 hits, 2 of them homers. So I'm loving what they did today. I think that we have seen inklings where they do believe in hot a little more, like you said, Jake. Like last year, I think Gary sits this game no matter what, and they're headstrong about it. And this year, they've been a little bit better. And the last time Gary had a homer and then DH'd, he hit 3 home runs. So probably pencil Gary in for 6 or more home runs today. If you want a smart bet, that's what I would say. Put your money down on. DJ LeMahieu comes back, so he goes to lead off versus a righty. Are you interested there? DJ leading off versus a righty?
I guess a little bit, yeah. Especially, and I think the bigger thing there is, DJ's had – when's the last time DJ's swung a bat against a major league pitcher? Was it Sunday? Are we talking 6 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he didn't pitch hit or anything. So I guess that is a little surprise. I guess with the righty on the bump, I'm surprised you don't see Gardy up top. I guess maybe they like the balance a little bit because, I don't know, DJ 6-hole's a little weird. We're not big lineup guys. If you LeMahieu lead off stands, still want the point for today, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Don't care as long as we're winning. How about that? Hot take.
Yeah, when you say we're not big lineup guys, we mean like the actual order of the 1 through 9, because I am a big what 9 are out there guy. That's 2 different things. And we're happy with the 9 that are out there. And let's go to the Twins side. They got – actually, do we know what they have yet, Jake?
Yeah, no, I updated this. They're going leadoff Mitch Garver again. Jimmy, I think something we missed, and somehow the Yes Network caught it. I don't know how they caught it and we didn't. Different resources. But, Jimmy, last night with Paxton was only the second starting pitcher lefty they've seen all year.
Yeah.
So that's insane. And now we throw Happer again. So they're going with their kind of righties up top. They're going Garver, the catcher, Polanco at short, Nelson Cruz. We saw him do Nelson Cruz things yesterday. Rosario comes back in the lineup. 11 home runs on the season. He's batting cleanup. Caught me a Marwin Gonzalez. He moves to third base today. CJ Cron back at first. Max Kepler in right. Shoop at second base. Buxton in center. We saw what he could do defensively yesterday. That was awesome to watch. And Odorizzi on the bump. And Jimmy, I mean,
he also made a huge error.
Yeah, that's true. But it was conditions. Brett Gardner, you got to give a shout out to one of the old homies. I get that. I mean, it looks bizarre with Mitch Garver up top, even though he is having a really good year. But, man, when you really look at the depth of this lineup, I mean, Shoop hitting eighth hole, a guy that's had some 800-plus OPS years, Max Kepler, who does some leadoff stuff for them. This is a good Twins lineup.
Nah. I've jumped into meh on the Twins mode.
Okay.
Nothing they did impress me yesterday.
No, they showed up and they did Twins thing. Who was it that was watching the pregame show yesterday and was like, man, the Twins
Mew Yabby or something like that.
Mew Yabby. He was like, man, whenever the Twins come to town, it feels like their knees are shaking a little bit. And I think we saw that. You mentioned the Buxton play. They had the really random error from second base. You take a couple of those things out, and this might have been a lot closer ball game yesterday. But and we need to give a little shout out to the bullpen, minus Zach Britton, and that's kind of what the bullpen has been lately. But I mean, Holder, Vino, Chappie, we saw a lot of guys do a nice job out of there yesterday.
Yeah, let's go into the starting pitching matchup, and then I want to talk about bullpen availability and stuff and strategy for today's game. Well, let's go into starting pitching. We got Happ facing the Twins. Happ in his last 5 starts, Jake, 2 bad starts. His last 3 have all been good starts, 6.1 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 7 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, and then versus the Giants, 7 innings pitched and 0 earned runs, 0 walks, 2 strikeouts in one of the more boring games you can have a guy pitch in a good way. Nelson Cruz kind of crushes J.A. Happ.
Makes sense, right?
Lefty fastball thrower. Nelson Cruz is like, I got this. He has a 444 on base percentage in 27 plate appearances. He's 10 for 24. No home runs. I think Nelson Cruz is like, I'll just hit, a single because this is batting practice for me. So watch out for that. The other thing I saw, which was a small sample size, but Byron Buxton, 4 for 6 off J.A. Happ. That's a lot of hits and a few at-bats.
Significant.
Yeah, and then Polanco has decent numbers, but they're not as crazy to me. So watch out for Cruz, and surprisingly watch out for Buxton's bat today. But really, we'll just see what kind of Happ we get. He's faced the Twins twice in the last 2 seasons. 1 good start, 1 bad start.
Yeah, and we'll see. How's the ball flying out of the stadium today? I think that will be a factor for Happer. But yeah, I mean, Happ's pitched well. He's been on a nice little streak there. It'll be interesting. I mean, we do have the Twins are rolling out a lot of right-handed switch bats and again, they lead the league in homers this year. So, go for balls and Happ. You could say that any day with the starting pitcher, but especially Happ, who throws a lot of fastballs and is kind of a fly ball pitcher.
And then Odorizzi, Tony, who's getting our stats for us, I think he put in here fun last name, which it is.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Tony's right. Fun last name. Odorizzi. Odorizzi, Jake, in 2018, 2 starts versus us, 1 good, 1 bad. In 2017, or maybe I have these years reversed. He made 4 starts versus us in the last 2 years, and really only 1 good one. Yankees have gotten to Odorizzi more than he's gotten us. But no one really has numbers versus him, like a lot of at-bats. But check this out. People with home runs in today's starting lineup versus Odorizzi. Are you ready?
I think so.
Brett Gardner is homer versus Odorizzi. Cameron Maben has homer versus Odorizzi. Gary Sanchez has homered versus Odorizzi. And Miguel Andujar is homered versus Odorizzi. Gleyber Torres is 0 for 4. Luke Voigt is 0 for 2. It's pretty good. Whoa, whose numbers are these? So Cameron Maben is 5 for 9 off Odorizzi.
Oh, yeah.
So he's the
Double
Byron
homer.
Buxton on this side. Yeah.
When the Brian Cashman 2019 book comes out, or we corner him, and whether it's winter meetings or wherever we see him, we have to ask him how far he looked into the upcoming games for Cameron Maben, because he's had a good BVP against every pitcher we've seen so far.
I don't think he did. I think it's just happenstance. I think he just scoured for MLB player that was in AAA, and it just happened to be magic.
I need to know, because he either goes, because if he answers yes immediately, you're like, whoa, okay. To be a general manager is a lot of work, like impressive stuff, Brian. Or if there's even the spryest of smiles or hesitation, it's like, no, you just fell into this.
Yeah. See. All right. Jake, last time Happer started, we said that it was going to be a Hap to Sessa day. And I think that's going to be the case again today because of how many pitchers came out of the bullpen yesterday. Holder, I would guess, is unavailable today. Everyone else, I think, could be available.
Yeah, I slightly disagree there. I think Holder's your only one who's unavailable, and I think it's a little in my what to watch for, and it's a little just your concept of win series at home. I think the Yankees, if they have a chance, if it's a 1-run game and Happer gives you 6, I think you can go back to Vino. I don't know. They did use a lot of the guys yesterday, Canely. So it'll be interesting to see. I guess that's a conversation they're probably having in the Yankees managerial office right now between Boone and the nerds.
I think the hope is the same as the last Hap start. The hope is that we have a 4 or more run lead,
right?
And Hap turns it over to Sessa in the after 6. Hap goes 6. We have a 4+ lead. We turn it over to Sessa, and Sessa can end the game. I do think Canely only threw 14. Ottavino only threw 14 pitches yesterday, so you can go to him if you want. But we have a super long stretch of games in a row right now.
Yeah.
So I know that they don't want to burn guys right away and then have must rest days. So really, let's just put a lot of runs on the board and win. I think that leads us right into your what to watch for into today's games. What is it?
Yes, best segue of May, I'd say. It really feels like the force is with you today. And you were a little mad at me because you said my word I put down kind of stole the concept you were looking for. And I put domination. I want to tie it into kind of where we started with the Twins coming to town. They looked a little shaky yesterday, made some just bad errors, weren't looking very Twin-like. They come in, they just had beaten the Astros at home. They go on the road trip to play the New York Yankees. They look jittery. Like you said, the names in the lineup don't blow you away. I think Rosario, Cruz. I mean, you have a few guys on this Minnesota Twins team who are underrated. But if we come out here today and we lay it on the Twins early, whether it's just the energy of Andujar being in the stadium, CC bobblehead, baby, the May the 4th bobblehead. Are you kidding me? If Happer can throw it together, and let's be honest, this is the best top 6 in our lineup we've seen in a little while now, since Judge has been out, probably. So I don't know. I want to see the Yankees really lay it on, and you're right. It would be I root for that every day. But I think you're right. The ideal game plan would be to go to Sessa, which they do probably 3 runs or more, maybe 2, because he has been solid this year, even though he got roughed up his last start. But bring it to these Twins. An early run has more an effect in this game than it would a normal game.
Yeah, I mean, that was my original what to watch for, but I was just going to say it a lot more brazenly than you. Like, let's fucking beat the Twins today and win this series right here. They came into the Bronx with the best record in baseball, thinking they're hot shit. It is a faulty best record in baseball. I explained that yesterday. I don't think they're as good as anyone. Like, for everyone to be like, well, best record in baseball, they're not that good. We beat them yesterday with a bad lineup. We have a much better lineup today. win the series today and make a stand and say, listen, we're on to the next chapter of the story. We're getting our replacements back, and we're still going to win. It wasn't just like, oh, we can only win with the replacements. It's fun. No. Turn it over. Just win today and send a message like, oh, shit, watch out for the Yankees. If you lose today, then you got to win the rubber match. I don't want to do that on a Sunday. So just dominate them today. But I audibled from that, and my what to watch for, Jake, is Tauchman. Because the dude's been a mess, and the clock is ticking, tick, tick, tick. And my what to watch for yesterday was Cameron Maybin, who's gotten a hit in every game he's played, and he did it again yesterday. And Tauchman, Clint is going to be ready on Monday, and I still think there's ways it may not be Tauchman that goes down. Like, we still have Estrada on the roster. I don't know how that's going to play out. But the clock is ticking for Mikey T, and he has options. Maybin doesn't have options. I think Maybin is staying longer than Tauchman at this point. If the decision has to be made in 2 days, and the Yankees are saying it's between those two, and they want to keep Tyro up for some reason, Tauchman, you're done. So it's time for you to like lock in and show us something. This is kind of like your dying breath fight these next 2 days. So I'm going to see what Tauchman brings to the table, because he's got to know that. Clint's got to be breathing down his neck, walking behind him. I'm coming for you, Joe.
Oh.
He did that to Gardner all spring, and Gardner was like, oh, my God, you suck.
Get away from me. Yeah, your first what to watch for, which wasn't your what to watch for, I think that ties into the bullpen a little more. Again, I think the Yankees will have that attitude, like, let's get the win.
I wouldn't be upset with it if they did.
More than they normally do. And yeah, I mean, Mikey T, you mentioned it. He had like 4 big games and then almost nothing outside of that. And you're right. I mean, the roster composition went from like, all right, let's have the flexible guy that can play everywhere. You know, we want the one platoon type guy and then the catcher on the bench. Right now, it's just major league ball players. So you're right. I mean, if Mike Tauchman were to put together a day today and potentially earn him a start tomorrow and have a good day, you could see them saying like, all right, well, maybe we'll send Estrada down because we're not really going to use him and we're still going to keep Waiter on the roster for speed and defense. Or they could just be like, outfielder, Clint Frazier is an outfielder. Tauchman has been bad lately. He can't hit a fastball right now. You caught that a couple games ago. Yesterday he had that really nice at bat, but it wasn't really that nice because he had some like 92 mile per hour fastballs down the meatball is what I was gonna say.
Down the meatball.
So you gotta, and you know what? Maybe this is the paisan in me, but you gotta down the meatball when it's there. And Tauchman's not doing that right now.
You know how to turn a phrase, Jake.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the Homer Draft. It's the Homer Draft. Bad news for you, Jake. I chose Gary game 1, and he came to task. Put 2 on the board right away. I lead the series 2-0.
I strongly disagree with that intro, Jimmy. I was super happy for you. Had the first pick, and you took the guy.
Yeah.
So you did right. There's no skin off my back. I need to recover a little bit, which I plan on it. And I think that was the first ever 2-homer day by a player in the Homer Draft. I believe. So
the second I've gotten.
You had the Gary Baltimore game?
All right, Clinton.
Oh, wow, Clint. Okay, well, now I am mad at you. Skin off your back. That's a loser thing. Don't care.
Okay, cool. You're up. You get first pick. If you don't pick Gary, you're kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going Gary Sanchez. I'm rolling out the big hosses today. Gary's just going to catch one, and then they're going to start pitching around him. It's going to turn into, just when you see that good guy on the other team. We saw it with Altuve on Houston, where it's just like, oh, we just can't pitch to this guy this series. So that's going to be Gary today. He gets 1, which is fine. And then let's go with, you
don't get another pick.
Well, I'm just thinking out loud about my pick. You can just talk while I'm talking. So, I'm looking at the guys. Romine's down there, maybe. Okay, who do you got?
Okay, that was bizarre. You chose Gary. Okay, for everyone at home, we can't choose the same player twice in the same series. I chose Gary and Tauchman yesterday. Today, I can't choose Gary. Obviously, I already chose him, and Jake just took him. I am taking Voit. because I don't want to miss out on a Voit homer. I think we both got lucky that Voit didn't homer yesterday while we didn't have him. And I wanted to take Andujar. See, here's where I'm between Glaber and Andujar here.
Okay.
Like Andor's got the fun story, but my heart says I'm taking Glaber. I think he hasn't popped one, and he's just going to be rejuvenated to have his best buddy on the field next to him. Like, this is a happy day for Glaber. Like, the neighborhood gang is back from summer camp, and they're all just playing in the neighborhood again. He's having a blast. He's smiling. He's laughing. The Twins suck. Boom, Glaber homers.
That's a good call. I'm going to disagree. I do like the friend effect there. I don't think it's Glaber or Andujar. I think Glaber's 0 against Odorizzi. Andujar's going to need a day to get back, I think. But I respect the game. But now we're talking strategery. I could block you from taking Andujar tomorrow. All right, I can't block you from taking him tomorrow. So you know what? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna walk all over myself. Give me Miguel Andujar.
Okay, so it's Gary and Andujar.
There you go. See ya. And then K's got some fun line saved that's either May the 4th or Andujar coming back or something.
He said something yesterday, maybe.
Which might even be more important.
All right, let's go to the over-under. Yesterday, the over hit. So I got it correct, and you got the under wrong. We have the same exact record in over-under guessing. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're both 5-4. That's interesting.
With that,
we've only ever got the same one wrong twice. I think the over-under for this game, Jake, they're going to jump it up a full run. It was 7.5 yesterday. I think it's going to be 8.5.
Okay, Odorizzi Happer. I'll guess 8. Let's see. Ooh, Jimmy. They boosted it to 9er.
Wow.
They want some runs in the boogie down today.
9, huh?
I'm going under.
Yeah, I felt the under 2 for some reason because I just feel like everyone's so excited for the lineup, and when everyone's excited, it usually doesn't come to fruition right away.
Yeah, and Odorizzi's one of those guys you could feel like he frustrates you. You get some runners on, a couple double play balls, start doing swinging for the fence. Hap's been good recently, and we've talked about how the Yankees have a chance to dominate this with Hap playing well, and they've got some guys back. You know, talking Twins right now, they're saying, all right, we lost game 1. We still got to fight back and win the series. So you might see some of their bigger arms come out of the bullpen today. So, yeah, I like it.
All right, that ends the Talkin Yanks pregame show. We thank you guys for stopping by. We will be live again about 3 hours before tomorrow's game, and then we will be live after the game for our series recap podcast. Enjoy the game. Have a good Saturday. Go for a walk right now until the game starts, or do whatever you want. It's Saturday. It's your day. May the 4th be a good day for you. See ya.
Ooh.